Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Dapper and today we're going to go over how I got to level 62 rogue farming as a bear. So yeah, to start right into it, most common ammo types I used for this was M80 and well BP, anything to really one-shot the rogues. So now that we're in red, most of the bear runs we see start from this construction yard right here, where you snipe the geo gunner from here and then run to the left of the bridge and kill the second one from the rocks over there that hops from the geo. However, I found that sometimes I was dying to the geo through the rock, so thanks to the help of a viewer in chat, MCA, he told us about the land bridge over here. Now, when coming down the land bridge from the convenience store, you have to be careful that you don't go too far to the left because the MG will lock onto you and to kill you. So to counteract that, we run to the right a little bit, then run down across here. Now, one important thing to note is that when coming over here, coming down here, sometimes the MG can shoot. One of the MGs can shoot at you. It can't hit you though, so don't be alarmed. The main thing we have to be careful of is the spawn to our right, as the players will already be around down the front of over here. Now we come here with the MG gunner that sits on there. We shoot him from here, and once we shoot him from here, sometimes the geo dude will run down and run to the left of the container. But when he doesn't, the main thing we do is just crouch here, and you can shoot him right here if you stop there. Then for the MG gun on the roof, you simply go here. Now this is what I mean sloping your best friend. He can actually hit you from here. So you slow pick and your shots seem to have trouble registering though, but yeah, that takes him out. Now for this, if he runs down here, if he runs down to the left, I tend to ignore him because he stands right here. I tend to ignore him, running to the right, and as we run along the right side of the wall here, and basically we like to always check these broken boxes on our way through, as they can have anything from aces, vertexes, VPXs, bitcoins, anything of value, mules, Meldonans. And next up from here, we snipe at the other ref rogues from here. So you can see the two over there. So one usually spawns at there, and the other one's always on his gun. You want to aim at just the top of the head and tap him. By the point you take out this one, the one up at his gun over here will be back. So we simply run back here where you can see him, right here, and tap him in the head and he will fall over. Now, if you're not just going for XP, feel free to loot this warehouse. This is warehouse 1. So you have, under here you have static trooper spawns, VPX spawns, Bitcoin spawns, GPU spawns, as well as on the crafting up here you have tool sets, ratchets, GPU spawns. We even have a tank battery spawn situated on this box right here. There's static like WD-40s, silicone tubing. I've even found a couple of military corrugated hoses on here. So after that, we just continue running through, and sometimes the other gunner who's not up there can like hang out around here. Can hang out anywhere from up there to around there and just chill out. Now there's 3 gunners on the roof to our right. There's one situated on the left hand corner, one pointed towards us, and one on the right, far right hand side. So in my order, I take out the closest one to left to right, and by doing that, we peek from this corner right here. It is sometimes a bit finicky, so they will hop off their guns. Sometimes they do act weird like this. Now there is also one more gunner on top of this roof here. Just ignore the weird rogue. And he's situated right here. I'm doing this in offline, by the way, so the rogues are a bit weirder. But yeah, they do sometimes do that online. Now this is a point where I like to PK when dealing with the ground rogues. So to deal with the ground rogues, a lot of people like to use the rocks. I don't use that. So to deal with the ground rogues, I run up to this truck and I'll use the slow peeking. So sometimes I'll spawn there. So we slow peek, get the angle on them if there's one there. We like to tap him, and then they should usually come situated around here. They can also spawn at the front of this warehouse, where they you kill one, then they'll rush to the door or rush around there. But as we can see, this time they have spawned right here. So we tap one. The next one should start moving as we kill the first one. Yep, you see them coming out the door. Just make sure to continue using the car for cover. This car is your biggest friend. See how they're rushing now? Now the total amount, now that's all the ground rogues there. There are 4 ground rogues. So there are in total 13 potential rogue kills. There is 4 on the ground, 3 on this roof, 2 on that roof, 2 at the front, and 2 on the warehouse 3 roof. It doesn't matter if you don't kill them all, just make sure when evacuating that you are safe from them. So such with this spawn, the spawn that I got this raid was by Marin, in the ditch across from the construction, so we don't actually have northern. So that it is essential if you're farming XP to make sure you have ruble on you for the car. So basically all along here you can have like Tetris, GPU spawns, CPUs, bulb X's, hand drills, all of that. Now to the right, over here we have another area where you can get military corrugated hoses, fuel, propanes. There's food and water spawns along here around this red barrel. There's even another tank battery spawn on this crate. And there's a corrugated hose spawn on here. A military corrugated hose, that is. So now that we've finished our run and we don't have northern, we're making sure we're safe from... We like to skim the roof, see if we can see the rogue that was a weirdo, but I like to run along the side here while looking right and using the cars as cover. Sometimes he'll hop back on his gun, so you can potentially get another kill from him, but help him back on his gun. And you can even see up here if he is up here. And yeah, a lot of people don't realize that there's a car evac here. The car evac is as we're running down this road. It is behind this barrier. It's not here this time, since we're probably in offline. But right in between this bus and this white van is the car evac. You can actually, once you put your money in the van, you can actually go prone at the center of the bus for a little bit more cover and continue evacing. And yeah, that is the route I do for rogue farming. I hope it helps a lot of you level up, and I hope it helps a lot of you make ruble and learn to not be, well, afraid of rogues. And yeah, don't forget to follow me where we go live at twitch.tv/dapper_. Would be much appreciated. And until our next video. I just realized that I forgot to show you how I deal with them when they're facing like more on the warehouse 3 side. So this next bit is just going over their spawns and how to deal with them. After you've done checking these areas, like see if they're not over there, not there, or not peeking there. I like to check because they can sometimes hide in the doorway, so I like to run to this crate and slowly check if they're in the doorway. If they're not, then they have 2 spawns. They have either in the rafters of warehouse 2 or out the side. If they're out the side, what I tend to do is run using the cover of this container and jump across here just so they don't like randomly weirdly aggro. Then slowly you'll be able to see them down there. There's usually 1 or 2. Then you just like tap them. If there's 2, one of them usually starts running, so you can usually peek out here. If you're not careful, you can still get shot from the other ones that are coming through, but peek out here. They will always run through this bush, so you use the guideline of the bush as a headshot box, and as you run through, you headshot them. However, if they're not down there and they're inside, it's a bit risky, but what I like to do is I like to run in here. Around this point they will see you and they will aggro you from the rafters, at which point you turn around and run out. And I like to either beeline straight for the car, which you can make it in time, or sometimes they get stuck in the doorway, so I also sometimes run around the trucks using the trucks as cover. Run through the containers, run over the hill, and this way you can safely make it. You can somewhat safely make it back to the car. And yeah, as I said again, I hope this guide helps.